Let's solve some numerical examples on RLC series circuit. In the first question, the question is a series circuit has resistance 10 ohms, inductance 50 millihenry and capacitance 100 microfarad and is supplied with a supply voltage of 200 volt 50 Hz. Find the impedance, current, power factor and voltage drop across each element. So let's see the solution. Here given R is equal to 10, L is equal to 50 millihenry and C is 100 microfarad. So these three elements are connected in series. So this is the circuit diagram. Here it is R, L and C. The supply voltage is 200 volt and 50 Hz. So you have to find the current, power factor, impedance, etc. as well as the voltage drop across each elements, that is VR, VL and VC. So first we'll calculate the inductive reactance and capacitive reactance. So here the inductive reactance is 2 pi FL. So it can be written as 2 pi into 50, that is the frequency, into L, it is 50 millihenry and it should be converted to Henry, that is 10 to the power minus 3. So after solving this, the value will be 15.7 ohms. That is the value of inductive reactance. Now find the capacitive reactance, that is Xc. And here the formula is Xc equal to 1 upon 2 pi Fc. So put the values, 2 pi into 50 into C is 100 microfarad. So it should be converted to farad. That is 10 to the power minus 6 will be multiplied. And if we solve this, we will get the value as 31.83 ohms. Here one thing can be noticed, that the value of Xc is greater than XL. That means the nature of this circuit will be resistive capacitive, because capacitive reactance is more than the inductive reactance. Now next we find the impedance of the circuit, that is Z. And for a RLC series circuit, the formula of the impedance is square root of R square plus XL minus XC whole square. So it can be written as R square, that is a 10 square, XL is 15.7 and XC is 31.83 whole square. So the value of the Z will get, it will be 18.98 ohms. Next is the current in the circuit. As we know that in a series RLC circuit, the current will be voltage upon impedance. So the voltage given is 200, that is the RMS value, and the impedance is 18.98. After solving this, we will get the value of current as 10.538 ampere. That is the current in the circuit. Next we can find the power factor. So power factor can be written as cos phi, and it is the ratio of resistance to impedance. Here the resistance given is 10 ohms and impedance we have calculated, that is 18.98. So after solving this, we will get the power factor as 0.527 and it should be leading, because as we have already seen that the capacitive reactance is more than the inductive reactance. Therefore the nature of the circuit will be resistive capacitive. That means the circuit current will be leading the supply voltage, and hence the power factor will be considered as the leading power factor. Now from this we can find the angle, phase angle phi. It can be written as cos inverse 0.527 and the value will be 58.2 degree. That is the phase angle. So the power in the circuit, that is the active power P, it can be written as, either we can write VI cos phi or we can write I square R. Let's say we use the formula VI cos phi. So at the V is 200, I, that means the circuit current, 10.538, and cos phi, that is the power factor, it is 0.527. So the value will be 1110 watt. The next is the voltage drop across each elements. That means in the circuit that I have shown VR, VL and VC. So these are the voltage drops across individual elements. We know that the voltage drop across a resistor VR can be written as I into R. So here the value of I is 10.538 and the R is given as 10. So it will be 105.38 volts. That is the voltage drop across the resistance. Now the voltage drop across the inductance VL, it will be I into XL, where the I is 10.538 and inductive reactance that we have calculated is 15.7. So it will be 15.7 and it will be 157 volts. And similarly the voltage drop across capacitance VC will be I into XC, that is 10.538 into the XC value is 31.83. So it will be 31.83 and it will be 318.3 volts. So this is the complete answer. So in this question the elements are given R, L and C. Supply voltage is given. So first of all we have calculated XL, inductive reactance. Then we have calculated capacitive reactance. Now by using the impedance formula we have calculated the total impedance of the circuit. Then the current, that will be voltage upon impedance. So you have got the current in the circuit. Next is the power factor cos phi. It is the ratio of resistance to impedance. So we have calculated the power factor as 0.527 leading, because the capacitive reactance is more than the inductive reactance. From there we can find the phase angle also, that is 58.2 degree. Next, the power of the circuit, active power, that is VI cos phi. So here it will be 1110 watt, or we can also write 1.11 kilowatt. That also can be written. Now the voltage drop across the resistance is 105.38 volts. Voltage drop across the inductance 157 volts, and the voltage drop across capacitance 318.3 volts. In the next question, find the applied voltage and power loss in a circuit shown below. The value of the capacitance is 20 microfarad and the current in the circuit is 0.345 ampere. So here the circuit is given R, L and C. Here the voltage drop across each elements are given. That means the voltage drop across the resistance is 25 volt, voltage drop across the inductance is 40 volt, and voltage drop across the capacitance is 55 volt. So you have to find the voltage and you have to find the total power loss in the circuit. The current is also given, that is 0.345 ampere. So as we know, the voltage drop across the resistance can be written as I into R. So from this relation we can write R is equal to VR upon I, where the value of VR is given 25, that is the voltage drop across the resistance, and the current is also given, that is 0.345. So after solving this, we'll get the value of the resistance, that is 72.46 ohms. That is the resistance of the circuit. Now the power loss in the circuit. As we know that the power loss means the active power, and it can be written as I square R. We can also use VI cos phi, but here the voltage is unknown and the cos phi is also unknown. So we can write P is equal to I square R. The current is 0.345, so square of the current, into the resistance, that is 72.46. So after calculation we'll get the power is 8625 watt, or we can write power is equal to 8.625 kilowatt. Next is the voltage. We have to find the supply voltage also V, and from this circuit we know that the sum of all the voltage drops should be equal to the supply voltage as per the KVL. And for a RLC series circuit, we know that V is equal to square root of VR square plus VL minus VC whole square. Here the VR is given 25, so it will be 25 square plus VL is 40 and VC is 55. So 40 minus 55 square. So after solving this, we'll get the value of V as 29.16 volts. So this is the supply voltage. So from the voltage drop across the resistance, we have calculated the resistance. Then using the formula I square R, we have calculated the power. And by using the KVL in RLC series circuit, we have find the value of the supply voltage. Now in the third example, the question is a resistance R and inductance L is equal to 0.01 Henry and a capacitance C are connected in series. Voltage applied to the circuit is V equal to 400 cos 3000 t minus 10 degree, and current flowing in the circuit is I is equal to 14.14 cos 3000 t minus 55 degree. So find the values of R and C. So let's see the solution. As it is the RLC series circuit, so the circuit is drawn here. The value of R and C are unknown. We have to find the values, but the value of L is given, and that is 0.01 Henry. V is given in terms of instantaneous voltage expression, and similarly the current is also given as the instantaneous current. So before we start the process, first of all, here the voltage and currents are given in terms of cos. So first change the voltage and current in terms of sine values. So the V will be equal to 400 sine 3000 t minus 10 degree plus 90 degree. As we know that if there is the positive sign before the cosine term, then when we change the value to sine, we have to add the 90 degree. Therefore, the voltage will be 400 sine 3000 t plus 80 degree. Similarly, the current given as 14.14 cos 3000 t minus 55 degree. So when you change it to the sine value, it will be 3000 t minus 55 degree plus 90 degree. So the current will be 14.14 sine 3000 t plus 35 degree. So now these are the expressions of the voltage and current. Let's draw the phasor diagram of this voltage and current. Here we can see that the voltage is V max sin omega t plus 80 degree. That means the phasor of the voltage will be in the first quadrant and it will make 80 degree with the reference line. So here it will be V. This angle will be 80 degree. And the current is I max sin omega t plus 35 degree. So current will also be in the first quadrant and will make 35 degree with the reference line. So this is the phasor of the current. So here we can see that the angle between voltage and current will be 80 minus 35. So it will be 45 degree. Therefore, the phase angle between voltage and current will be 80 degree minus 35 degree and it will be 45 degree. Here we can see that if we consider the voltage as the reference, then with respect to the voltage, the current is lagging. And as the current is lagging, that means the nature of the circuit will be resistive inductive. So in this case, the nature of the circuit will be RL type. Here we have to also remember that the value of the omega is 3000 radian per second, as it is written in terms of omega t, that is 3000 t. So the value of omega is 3000 radian per second. So now find the value of XL. So the XL can be written as omega L. The omega is 3000 and L is 0.01. So it will be 30 ohms. As we find the phase angle between voltage and current, that is 45 degree. So the power factor can also be calculated, that is cos phi, or it can be written as cos 45 degree, that is 0.707, and it should be lagging, because from the phasor diagram we have seen that the current here lags the voltage by 45 degree. The next step is find the impedance of the circuit, Z. It can be written as Vmax upon Imax, where the Vmax is 400 given and the Imax is 14.14. So the Z will be 28.29 ohms. Now, from the impedance triangle, we know that R can be written as Z cos phi. So Z is 28.29 and cos phi means cos 45 degree, that is 0.707. So here we will get the value of R as 20 ohms. So the value of R will be 20 ohms. Now we also know that the reactance, that is XL minus XC, is equal to Z sin phi. That can be also calculated from the impedance triangle. Here the value of Z is 28.29 into sin phi, that is sin 45 degree, and again this value will be 20. So as we know that here the circuit is resistive inductive type, that means the value of XL is greater than XC. So here the XL minus XC is 20. So we can write XC is equal to XL minus 20. We have already calculated the value of XL and it was 30 ohms. So now the value of XC is 30 minus 20. So the value of XC is equal to 10 ohms. And we know that the XC is 1 upon omega C and it is equal to 10. So the value of C will be 1 upon 10 into omega, and here the omega is 3000. So it will be 33.33 into 10 to the power minus 6 farad. Or we can write C is equal to 33.33 microfarad. So in this question the answers are: the resistance of the circuit is 20 ohms and capacitance of the circuit is 33.33 microfarad. So this is the answer. Question number 4. A 230 volt 50 Hz voltage is applied to a coil of resistance 5 ohms and inductance 0.05 Henry is in series with a capacitance C. Find the value of C if voltage across the coil is 400 volts. Also find the circuit current. Also consider the circuit current is lagging the supply voltage. So this is a condition. The circuit current is lagging the supply voltage. So let's see the solution. A coil of resistance 5 ohms and inductance 0.05 Henry. That means the coil consists of a resistance and an inductance. It is connected in series with a capacitance. So it is connected in series with a capacitance. So basically this is the example of RLC series circuit, where this is considered as the coil. In this question, the resistance of the coil is 5 ohms and the inductance is 0.05 Henry. And the voltage across the coil is also given as 400 volt. So you have to find the value of C, capacitance. Here the supply voltage is 230 volt 50 Hz. And this will be the current flowing in the circuit. So at the beginning, first of all, we will calculate the inductive reactance of the coil. It is 2 pi FL, that is 2 pi into 50 into 0.05. So the value of XL will be 15.71 ohms. Now the impedance of the coil. Impedance of the coil means the impedance of this part only. That means only the RL part. So it will be square root of R square plus XL square. Where the resistance of the coil is 5, so it will be 5 square. And XL we have calculated, it is 15.71 square. So we'll get the impedance of the coil as 16.486 ohms. This is the impedance of the coil only. Now here it is given as the voltage drop across the coil is 400. Therefore, we can find the current flowing through the coil as voltage drop across the coil upon impedance of the coil. So it will be 400 by 16.486 and the value of the current will be 24.26 ampere. So this is the current that is flowing through the coil, and as the coil is connected in series with the capacitor, therefore the same current will flow through the capacitor also. Now, as we know the value of the circuit current and the supply voltage is also given in the question, therefore Now we can find the total impedance of the circuit, that is Z, and it will be the supply voltage upon the circuit current. Here the supply voltage is 230, so it will be 230 upon 24.26. So the impedance of the circuit will be 9.48 ohms. This is the impedance of the whole circuit. Now in a RLC series circuit, the impedance is equal to square root of R square plus XL minus XC whole square. Therefore, we can write square root of R square plus XL minus XC whole square is equal to 9.48, because we have already calculated the total impedance of the circuit, that is 9.48 ohms. And for a RLC series circuit, this is the formula of the impedance. So we can write square root of R square plus XL minus XC whole square is equal to 9.48. Now we can put the values. R is 5, so it will be 5 square plus XL is calculated, that is 15.71 minus XC whole square, it is equal to 9.48, or 25 plus 15.71 minus XC whole square is equal to 89.87. We square both the sides, so this will be the value, or 15.71 minus XC whole square is equal to 89.87 minus 25, so it will be 64.87, or 15.71 minus XC will be 8.054. We made square root in both the sides. So the value of XC will be 15.71 minus 8.054. So it will be 7.656 ohms. Remember one thing, in the question it is given as the circuit current is lagging the supply voltage. That means the nature of the circuit is resistive inductive. Therefore, the value of XL should be greater than XC. It is given in the question. This is a condition. We know that the XC is equal to 1 upon 2 pi FC. So it will be 7.656. Or C can be written as 1 upon 2 pi into F into 7.656. So if we simplify this, we will get 415.765 into 10 to the power minus 6 farad. Therefore, the value of the C will be 415.765 microfarad. So this is our final answer. Thank you.